If you can hear my voice right now, you've stumbled across the lost archive, the Easter egg. You've unwrapped a secret present under your tree, your podcast tree. It is the first episode that never went to air.
Why didn't it go to air, Corey?
Well, partially because we recorded in a room that was very echoey, which you'll soon find out.
No, it's debatable.
And I wasn't happy with it.
Well,
So
you weren't happy. Look, it was fine. To be honest, I think the episode's fine. It's not up to Corey's anal standards, but it is what it is, and it's our first go at doing this, so
Yeah.
it's a bit loose.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah. And
you get to finally hear Corey's racist rant that got him banned from iTunes.
That's right, and IKEA. I have a problem with Swedish people. Swedes don't write in.
all Swedes.
So enjoy. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, cunts.
If you believe in this spirit thing, the miracle will happen, and then you'll want it to happen again tomorrow. You won't be one of these bastards who says Christmas is once a year and it's a fraud. It's not. It can happen every day. You just gotta want that feeling, it's great. It's a good feeling. It's really better than I felt in a long time.
Hey everybody, my name's Corey Farrell.
And I'm Josh Groom.
And welcome to the Brown Carpet Podcast.
This is a podcast where we take two weird news stories
and turn them into shitty, but hopefully funny movie pitches.
After the show goes live, we're going to chuck the two new movie titles up on Twitter as a poll.
And you can choose which one you'd brown light. We'd love it if you liked the show, that you subscribed on iTunes and left a review.
Or add us through whatever format you listen to this on.
And you can also follow us on Twitter at the Brown Carpet Pod or our Facebook page.
Now let's get into the show.
Let's do it.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
He jumped over 3 linebackers in midair, sprouted inwards like a gazelle.
No one laughs at a master of quack fu.
Real nice.
Many have died from starvation due to the difficulty of finding enough food, such as seals.
Shut up.
No more Mr. Nice Duck. That's it. Right, Mr. Sitz?
What do you make of that? You know, it's the most fantastic story I've ever heard.
The Brown Carpet Podcast.
All right.
What do you got? Oh, well, who goes first?
Oh, I've got my thing here.
Oh, okay, so you just jump in.
Well, I'll go first this time. You go first next time.
Paper, rock, scissors for it.
All right.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. That's all you? All right.
I got it. I won the paper rock thing. You can't see that.
So. Well, that's clear because I said, okay, you go.
All right, so my weird news story.
Hang on a second. First story of the day, Corey Farrell.
Okay, the headline reads, Canadian sues hospital over penis surgery.
Ooh, that's good.
A Canadian man, I'll just give you the gist of it, a Canadian man who says he was unable to have sex for 2 years after an operation that left his penis shorter is suing the hospital. Basically, he's suing the Montreal area hospital over a botched surgery that left his penis 1 inch shorter, claiming it ruined his sex life and his marriage. The man whose identity is withheld...
Hang on, so he went in to get it longer?
I know.
And he made it shorter instead?
No, well, if you'd let me finish the story.
Oh, okay.
No, basically, I think he fractured his penis.
How do you fracture your penis?
Well, he goes, the man whose identity was withheld told the newspaper chain he had been rushed to hospital in 2011 with a fractured appendage. So he went to hospital he broke his dick. We don't know how, it doesn't say. Oh, hang on, the injury was sustained while having sex with his wife.
Okay. What kind of fucking gangster move were they trying to pull to break your dick?
I know.
Do you reckon it's a reverse cowgirl gone wrong? I reckon it's gone horribly
Something
wrong.
at an angle that was obtuse.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like it
Imagine
wasn't...
the pain of that.
Yeah. Surgery to correct the injury reportedly left a permanent scar on his penis and reduced his length by 1 inch, 2.5 centimetres for those of you who don't know. The man claims he was unable to have sex for 2 years and his wife eventually walked out on him. So he's suing, basically.
She left him because his dick was an inch shorter.
Well, and also because he couldn't bone anymore, I presume.
Give me the title of the film first.
Okay, I've got 2.
2 titles, all right.
And I want you to help me pick one.
Okay.
So the first title is Cold Member.
Cold Member, all right.
The guy who couldn't shag me.
Nice, okay.
Or The Big Short 2. So that's the title. Do you like that? Do you think that's...
I like Cold Member a lot. I think that's solid.
I would cast Ryan Gosling as the lead because he's Canadian. It's a Canadian story.
He's also got a bit of a droopy, sad look on his face too.
He does.
It's the kind of dude that's just got a little bit shorter.
Yeah. I'd probably make Joe Pesci or Danny DeVito his penis. CGI. That's awesome. Shania Twain and his wife.
Yeah.
Because keep it Canadian.
Sure.
And the doctor...
It's a bit old for the goose, the baby goose though, Shania?
She's a cougar in this. It's
okay.
She's playing the field. She did say to him, "That don't impress me much." When he came home. God, that was bad. All right.
Did you cast her just for that pun?
No, that came to me just then. Basically, and the Doctor's played by Simpsons animation Dr. Nick Riviera.
Okay. It's an animated doctor?
Animated Doctor.
Cool.
He's the only animated part of the film.
I like that.
The story, basically, this is the synopsis.
Yeah.
Furious at the shortening of his member and subsequent death of his marriage, Chad Gosling puts the system on trial, but mainly just Dr. Nick. All the while, Chad's penis, DeVito or Pesci, acts like both the devil and angel on his shoulder, but below his waist. Hilarity obviously ensues.
Obviously.
And the soundtrack...
Because the penis is scarred up and stuff, is DeVito or Pesci going to have like a scarred face or like
Definitely.
a cleft lip? That's great.
A cleft lip would be amazing.
It's good. So is the penis functional when the film begins?
We start, fade in,
Yeah.
camera moves in,
Yeah.
hospital bed, hospital machines,
Oh.
and
Surgery.
then him just like cautiously lifting up the blanket, looking
okay,
underneath,
just
and then
looking
disappointment on his face.
Yeah, right.
That's how we start.
Yep. Yeah.
And the soundtrack is
story.
by the Hard-Ons.
Nice.
So what do you think?
There's a solid premise.
You'd put some money on that?
Yeah.
Yeah. The opening of the penis would be the mouth, so we
Yes.
could do some mouth manipulation.
Sure.
And
I once saw a karaoke porno where the tip of a dude's dick sang
yeah.
in between blowjobs. Oh.
Is it good?
Yeah.
It sounds good.
Yeah, it is great.
Yeah, so I guess that would be the big cost, and maybe getting
And
Matt
maybe
Groening
Dr.
to
Nick.
yeah,
Depending on how big a role he's got.
yeah. So that's mine. That's my pitch. It's kind of like a bit spotlight-ish.
Okay.
So you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of courtroom business.
I like it.
Yeah.
What's the title we're going with? Cold Member.
Cold Member, the guy who couldn't shag me.
Nice.
Yeah.
And the baby goose is the main character, yeah? We're following him. Or is the cock the main character? Who do we care for?
I think Gosling's the lead, but I think the penis is the guy we can all relate to.
Sure. Yeah. Broken
Broken
scarred
dreams.
up. And where do you see this film ending? Are we going to get a happy ending? Does he bounce back for fucking one more stiffy, or is it a sad ending? Is it just?
I think it's a sad ending. I
Right.
think his dick's never the same, but I think he accepts that and moves on.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Right.
like it washes over him, and he's better for the journey.
Becomes a bigger guy
Yeah. Well,
with a smaller dick.
bigger guy, smaller dick. That would be the pitch.
Yeah. On the poster, the tagline: bigger guy, smaller dick.
Perfect. All right.
Yeah. I like
Should we
it a
jump
lot.
onto you?
All right. Let's jump onto me. Well, here's my story. The headline reads: Inquest finds dog that mauled owner to death had likely eaten crack cocaine. So,
Of course it did.
I'll give you a little bit of the of what went down. In horrible new ways for you to die that you can now be scared of, an inquest at a North London coroner's court has heard that the dog of Mario Perevitos, I might not be pronouncing that correctly,
No, you're definitely not.
an IT worker who was mauled to death, had probably eaten crack cocaine before attacking his owner. The awful incident was seen but not filmed by journalists who were there in the North London flat of Perevitos, filming a BBC documentary called Drug Map of Britain, when Perevitos began having a seizure and lay down on the bed. It was then that his Staffordshire Bull Terrier, Major, began to attack. Perevitos received serious injuries to his face and neck, and extensive hemorrhaging, and was killed after the dog crushed his larynx between its jaws.
Fucking hell.
I know. Nicholas Carmichael, a veterinary toxicologist, told the inquest that urine samples had indicated Major had high levels of cocaine and morphine in his system.
Jesus.
It is very likely that the dog had consumed drugs, probably eaten them.
Dog liked to party.
The dog liked to party hard. And the worst part of the story right at the end is police told the inquest that Major is to be put down.
Ah, see, that upsets me.
Fucking humans, hey?
Yeah.
So, my 5-minute pitch for this film.
Hit me.
Title I want to go with is Crack Pup. So it's like Crack Pipe, but it's Crack Pup.
Yeah.
So this is the story of Major, a lovable French bulldog who brings down a drug cartel from the inside. Yes. So I've done a little bit of creative work on top of what actually happened. Yeah. So Major is our main character.
You've made it Hollywood, of course.
Yeah, it's got to be Hollywood, man. He's a French bulldog, so he speaks with a French accent. I'm thinking Gerard Depardieu for the voice.
Yep.
He lives when we start off, he lives in a dog rescue home with a few of his doggy mates.
Yep.
And the story really kicks off when he gets adopted by Mario, who's an IT worker by day and a drug lord by night. Mario is to be played by Javier Bardem. You may remember from No Country for Old Men.
Oh, good
Sinister
work.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
So he seems like a nice dude on the surface. So basically it's Babe meets Breaking Bad. It's an R-rated talking dog movie for adults, yeah?
Yeah. Air Bud on crack.
Pretty much Air Bud on crack. Alright. As Major's brought into his new home, all seems like an idyllic existence. Except for Mr. Fuzzlebutt, the snarky next-door neighbour's cat, voiced by Charlie Day, who seems intent on popping Major's naive bubble of newfound happiness. He's always trying to bring the vibe down.
Yep.
Mario and Major bond straight away. They go for walks on the beach, play catch in the backyard, and Mario also hates Mr. Fuzzlebutt, the next door neighbour's cat.
Yep.
But as the film progresses, Mario gradually reveals his dark side, bit by bit, and Mr. Fuzzlebutt is revealed to be the voice of reason in the whole situation.
Okay.
At first, we meet a few of Mario's seedy drug contacts, who seem like friends at first, but weirdly they all seem to respect and fear Mario, which is strange for a mild-mannered IT consultant.
Yeah.
Most of the meetings happen in the basement behind closed doors, but one day when Mario is out of the house, Major realises the basement door has been left open. So down there he discovers a full-blown drug lab, stacks of cash and stockpiles of weapons. So as Mario continues to reveal his true self, Major and Mr. Fuzzlebutt become unlikely comrades. The final sequence of the film sees the basement filled with drug activity. They're creating one big shipment for this shadowy Russian entity that they're going to ship it off to.
Yep.
By this point, Mario has gone full Heisenberg. He's smoking dudes left and right and proving himself to be this bloodthirsty, immoral demon of a man. When he catches Mr. Fuzzlebutt sneaking around in the basement, Mario chases him out and fires his gun at the fleeing cat. Believing his fuzzy friend to be dead, Major, our hero, snaps, grabs a baggie of crack cocaine and devours it. Fueled by the powerful drug, Major hulks out and rips through several of Mario's drug associates and henchmen before a final standoff with Mario himself.
I love it.
But Mario's a slippery character and he fights back hard. And just as he's about to deliver the death blow to Major, Mr. Fuzzlebutt returns, distracting Mario.
Back from the dead.
Distracting Mario just long enough for Major to latch onto Mario's jugular and rip out his fucking throat.
Oh man, this is R-rated.
Yeah. The film ends with Major and Mr. Fuzzlebutt as blood-soaked best buddies walking off into the sunset together.
Beautiful.
So it's a buddy film.
That's amazing, and it makes me feel so unprepared with my notes.
No, Thank you. Yours was great. Oh, and the soundtrack. The soundtrack should feature as much French for the French Bulldog and Spanish tunes for his owner Mario as possible. So think kind of like Daft Punk and Enrique Iglesias for the soundtrack.
Yeah, nice.
Kind of a twist on those.
I like it.
Yeah, so that's Crack Pop.
So who's playing Major?
Major's voiced by Gerard Depardieu.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's a dog that talks, like Babe.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, bit of animation.
No, I don't know why I thought there'd be a human playing a dog. That's ridiculous.
That would be madness.
Yeah, it's not Wilfred.
No, it's not Wilfred. It's Narcos meets Homeward Bound.
Yeah. What's the name of it again?
Crack Pop. I mean, it's going to need a poster tag. Something for, to sell the kids, when they see it on the big board.
Yeah, what do you think?
I'm thinking something, you got to get a doggy pun in there. Adopting a puppy ain't all it's cracked up to be.
That's perfect.
All right.
That is perfect.
There we go, we got the poster tag. Stop it, you only did it once.
That's amazing.
Right.
I'm in. Yeah, I'm in for a couple of mil.
For a couple of mil, I'm going to need more than a couple of mil, mate. This is a big project.
Where's the money going to go? I mean, Well,
we got to animate Major's mouth for the whole film.
Yeah.
And Mr. Fuzzlebutt's mouth.
Yep.
That's a lot of
CGI.
Plus, he's got to rip out the throats of like a whole bunch of henchmen at the end. So
there's a lot of
gore effects. Plus, we've got to train a dog up.
Yeah.
Dogs don't come cheap.
No.
I'm thinking about 50 mil.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No, if I've got the cash, I'm in.
You're in?
Yeah.
All right, so that's Brown Carpet.
That's the first episode of Brown Carpet. Yeah, we'll be much more polished. I mean, this is the first one.
Well, you'll be much more polished. I thought I was pretty polished.
You were great.
Thanks, mate.
To be honest, you overshadowed me completely with your thorough synopsis.
Come on, mate. Cold Member is going to be a fucking classic.
I guess, I don't know, maybe when we get this going a bit more, maybe we could throw it out to the listeners on what they'd greenlight out of the two.
Yeah.
That could be a cool interaction. Sorry, we're just talking amongst ourselves, everyone.
Yeah, we're just working out what this show is. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And maybe if listeners have a good one, they could send in a good story that we can work into a Brown Carpet movie.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, we'll give that information when we have all that set up. We really haven't done anything yet. But
no, we're highly unprepared in case you can tell.
Yeah. All right, that's the first episode of The Brown Carpet Podcast.
The Brown Carpet Podcast has begun, and we'll be back every week with 2 more shitty ideas for movies.
See you later.
Bye, guys.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
Jumped over 3 linebackers in midair, sprouted antlers like a gazelle.
No one laughs at a master of quack fu.
Real nice. Many have died from starvation due to the difficulty of finding enough food, such as seals.
Shut up. No more Mr. Nice Duck. That's it. Right, Mr. Sitz?
What do you make of that? You know, it's the most fantastic story I've ever heard.
The Brown Carpet Podcast.